Hello. Hello, Hope. Hello, Rafi. Uh, Wait, guys. I don't have my pen with me. Very well. And US is so hot in here. Like when it's too hot, I don't feel very well. I feel a bit overwhelmed. But here I have the AC on. But yeah, when it comes to energy, I'm always low energy. When it comes to when the days are too humid. Can you hear me well, guys? Okay. Hello. No, okay. Thank you for joining anyways, Fluffy. I do have some, I have four Aquarius artists. I have Rosé, I have BTS Hobby. I think I haven't read for BTS Hobby. Like the last time I read for him in this romantic dynamic, but this is going to be his 2025 reading. Then I have the actor Sunghoon and the actress Park Bo-young. And that's it so far. Yeah, it is very short. Just that I was supposed to upload hobbies and Rosé's reading to a channel, but I don't have the time lately during the week to, record the reading and then, upload it to a channel. Like I don't know if it's because it's summer, but it seems like the days are shorter, and I believe that this usually happens when it's winter, not summer. But for me, I do start my day very early in the morning, but I just couldn't have the time. I couldn't just properly sit and be like, okay, I'm going to do the record of the readings now. When I wanted to do them, I like there was always something missing. Like I wouldn't have my mic, I wouldn't have something. So I got interrupted a lot of times. I had a lot of calls. I had to attend a lot of Zoom meetings, so I couldn't record them. So I was like, okay, I will do it on the live stream. Mm. Mm-hmm. my. Mhm. Oh yes, it is. It's summer. I think that I need a vacation. I need a vacation. But it's not the time of the year to have a vacation. Maybe on June, July, maybe I will take my vacation. But yeah, now no. There's a lot of work. But my body, I don't know if it's because it's the beginning of the year, my body feels like I need vacation. Mm, yeah, I would love to travel actually, yes. I'm saving because of that. Because if it's just to take some time off, I always end up working anyways. So I would prefer to physically move, go somewhere else, not being available, like to go somewhere else. I actually want to visit um, the south. I always mix the south with the north, but yeah, it would be like the south side um, of my country. That like is near the end of the world, literally. That province is called Bariloche, and it's the only province, the only spot place in the country that actually has snow. I never seen snow, so I would want to go there and probably learn how to ski, or do some training, um, sighting. That like um, it's beautiful. That place is beautiful. Also, we have like the Antarctic in there, so it's really there's a lot of famous places in there that I want to visit. It's really cold, but I never went there. I don't know it. It's strong in what way? I don't know. I don't understand what is how strong. Um, yeah, it's near Patagonia. Yeah, it's near the Patagonia. Bariloche. Yes. About the date of air accident well known recently. Um, I don't know much about that. I mean, I had been like I'm updated about what was happening with the accidents, but I don't know. Maybe someone that I know, people that are like astrologers, they have a sort of prediction about what's going on. For me, I have no idea about, you know, if there's like a reason, if there's something, if something is connected. Um, Honestly, I think that, I don't know, me personally, I notice around me and people in general, people are a bit like low in energy, and I also feel it. And I'm like, okay, yeah, it's the weather, it's because it's hot, and I'm not feeling my best. But I'm noticing that even people that are well rested, or they have vacations and they have, a solution for a possibility to change environment or do something different, they end up feeling like burnout. Like there's something that is not right energetically. People are annoyed. There's a lot of injustices. There's a lot of like social movement also. Like a lot of people are going on strike because there's some social issues that we have now with the current president that we also have here, that is very controversial. Um, so people are not happy. Some people are not happy that this man is our president. He has been making some statements, you know, the economy is not doing very well. People are not happy. So I think that, I don't know how people live it in other parts of the world, if there's the same feeling of like, I'm fed up. I'm fed up, and I'm not 100% connected to what I'm doing. So sometimes when I think about, yes, there could be something wrong definitely with the machine. Maybe we're talking about airplanes. It could be the airplane itself, the material side. But I think that that maybe we as people, we are distracted. There's something that is not, I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like we are not, we make decisions, but we are really not connected to what we're doing. I don't know. Mm-hmm. No, about countries, not so much. I traveled when I was young to Paraguay. I traveled to, yeah, mostly Latin America. Paraguay. I traveled to Brazil. Um, what else? What other country? I traveled to Uruguay. That is very near. It's very near, and Chile. But that's it. Not, it's like all, it's all very close, I would say. It's not like getting out of the continent. I don't have that experience yet. I would love to. Actually, it was my dream to do that. But, when I had everything arranged, the pandemic happened and everything changed. I remember seeing Patagonia in a documentary as a kid, and it stuck to me how beautiful it was, and always wanted to go there. Yeah, I always wanted to go to, but I don't know why. Maybe it's because, sometimes um, I'm a very complex person health wise. If it's too hot, the weather of a province, I cannot go. For example, I cannot go to the north of my country, like where there's like very hot temperatures, and there's like this high, I don't know how you call it, when they are like in the position of the province also is very high in latitude, I believe is that you get dizzy very, very fast. I cannot go to those places um, because I struggle like finding oxygen. And also if it's too cold, I also suffer, like my bones suffer if it's too cold. Like I'm like, but if it's a well planned school, like a trip, with different, um, like I have to go well prepared. I have to go with someone that knows the area. Where yeah, I can go out and do some activities, but I know that at some hour I'm going to be back at the hotel. I need a structure in order to be able to go out and do the activities without freezing or without suffering because of the cold. um, if I do that and those are friendly, like activities are friendly for my knees, um, I want to go. I have my friends that they recommended me a place. They gave me the contact and they are like, okay, yeah, this person is reliable. You know, this is the experience was this and this, and it was so good. So this is why, like, I'm saving to go with this company. High altitude, that one. Yeah, that one, Yashoda. Hello, flamingos. Yeah, a strong passport means you can visit more than 150 countries without a visa. Wow. That's interesting. I learned a new term today because I didn't know that. I sort of I imagine that, yeah. I don't know. When I think about a strong passport, I envision a passport that has a lot of experiences. Like the passport is used. There's a lot of stamps on the passport. Yeah, actually, you know that. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why we are not. Could it be because I started talking about the plane thing? But yeah, guys. How are you? How are you doing, guys? The other day I had to be very concise because actually the power did run out, like the power did went out. I think that it happened after I finished the live stream. It happened like 20 minutes later. So thank God I was able to charge my devices after I used them with the live stream, and then the electricity went out. Yeah. Yeah, they're very, very, actually very serious about this. There's a whole schedule. I believe it's Wednesdays and Thursdays that they're going to do this. So we're going to be um, with a lot of electricity. Yes, I was going to talk about this. That I was going to ask you guys if you've seen Jenny's new MB. Hilarious. The way I was laughing, I was like, wow. It's so funny. I like it. I like it. And why do I feel like, I don't know, the actor reminds me of someone. The song is so cool also. Like, I'm loving this for her. I'm loving this for her. Like, it's so, like, there's a lot of content coming from, because I know that Jisoo also is preparing something, like we are expecting. We are all like, there's so much solo content. Lisa, I know Lisa also had her teasers, and I believe Rosé as well. So it's like we're getting so so much content. Like, I'm so like, wow, and I'm enjoying it, honestly, guys. Um I'm like, it's so cool what they're doing. It's so cool what they're doing. I love this, and I love this, like, genuinely, like, I mean it. um Also, they look amazing. Like, there's something about them personally, that they look so much better. They look happier. Yes. And so much. Yesterday, I also did watch Jenny's interview with Harry in Harry's channel, and she was also so cute. So I was like, I love this. I also watched Jesus. She also had like an interview. Like, it's not an interview. I call it interview because my English is not working today. But it's like his YouTube. I believe Dex of Single Inferno. He has this YouTube channel, and he interviews some female idols and some actresses. And Jisoo was invited, and I was also like laughing at their combo, their conversation, and she's so cute. Like, I love this for her. I also have been watching a lot of God Sevens also content. I'm just happy. Like, K-pop wise, I'm sort of feeling like now that there's uh, some idols that are coming back from the military, I'm feeling so hopeful about the K-pop scene. I'm loving that they are coming back. It's just a different. I believe that 2025 is going to be very, very nice. Mm. Glow up after leaving YG. I think they're putting out more songs than they collectively release as a group. Exactly. I agree. Yes. Rosé and J-Hope did a stage in my country recently. They were amazing, and Rosé especially seems so happy. Hello, Nuit. Yeah, I have the 52 people, but only 7 likes. So yeah, guys, please, can you help with the likes? I do appreciate it. If you give it a like to the live stream. I usually forget to ask people to do this because usually we are very, very few. I mean, it's always 5, 6 people tops talking, actually engaging in a conversation, not, just throwing comments here and there. Kai is coming back. He's coming back. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. GD and Taeyeon, I believe. Uh-huh, yeah. Also, guys, I'm going to try one more time to see if I am successful. I'm going to create another Instagram account for the channel, And in there, I'm going to share a brief clips, like reels of some parts of the live stream, for people that maybe they don't have the time to watch the whole live stream, but maybe they want to know, okay, some of the readings that I did. um, I'm going to try to create the new page, and share it with you guys on the community post. So I would appreciate if you follow me. Let's see how it goes, because I had it wasn't my personal IG, but I did have some personal pictures. Um, and I did upload some small short clips of the readings, but since some of the people that were following me are not into K-pop, and but some of them are my friends or my family here in Argentina, so they don't understand what I'm talking about. It wasn't that successful. So, and also I was a bit embarrassed. Like, I did wanted to show it, like I wanted to make the clips, like the sort of TikToks. Um, but I was a bit embarrassed if they would see it, because they have no idea what I'm doing. Like, they know I'm reading the tarot, but they don't know what I'm talking about. They don't consume K-pop, so they don't understand. But yeah, so if you guys are part of the community, and if you would like to follow me, I will share them the link. Yes. Well, I did see an increase in the audience because of TikTok, because I did the small clips for TikTok, and then in there, I some people found my channel. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. I was, that I told you guys, I wanted to separate from Instagram and Facebook, honestly. Like, I was like, oh, I don't want to be in there anymore. But my I was talking to my friend the other day, and they were like, but Instagram is a place where not only for promotion, but also people can reach out to you on Instagram to ask you for a personal reading, or for something in a specific, that they can DM you, send you a message on Instagram. But if you don't have it, how will they reach out? Even though I do have my emails, but I understand where they come from. So yeah, they're right. It's like closing that way of communication. Um, but I was a bit like confused. I was like, because the channel wasn't well structured, so I was a bit confused. Like, I was uploading content in Spanish and also in English, so it wasn't very clear. So yeah, I will be concise. I will organize the content. I will organize it. Okay, guys. I'm going to start. Mm, mm-hmm. Yeah, I should check that also. Okay. I'm going to start reading for Rosé, for Blackpink Rosé, for 2025. Hello, Alexis Concept. Oh, okay. Regards. Okay. Okay, for Rosé. We start. Oh, why is it so? Okay, we start with the moon, wheel of fortune, knight of wands, queen of swords, five of swords. Then for her romantic life in 2025, we have from the oracle, it says very soon. And it says clearly, um, very clearly decide what is it that you want, so it will come to you now. So she has to make a decision this year. We have the Four of Cups, Nine of Wands, and we have this card jump out, Six of Wands. I mean, definitely 2025 is a year of a lot of dynamism. I would say there's a lot of movement in her energy. I feel it, especially because with the moon and the wheel of fortune, there's something about her probably last year being a bit in the darkness, in the sense of not knowing where, or how to transmit what she wanted to create, or where she wanted to go in her life in general. A lot of confusion, like I don't know who to trust, I don't know if this will come out okay. A lot of there's something about Rosé's energy that I think that I also mentioned this when I read for her last year, before the Bruno Mars collaboration came up. I saw a king of swords, and I was like, this man is sort of pushing her, convincing her of like, let's do this, let's release this now, because it has to be now. I don't have time to do it another time. It has to be now. So probably, the moon card and the wheel of fortune is sort of letting me know that Rosé has had to come out of the confusion of maybe her own identity, or what she wanted to do with her career. There's advances with the wheel of fortune. Is like the cards are like, no more, don't go back there, don't go back to you feeling like you're not good enough, or like you are doubting yourself, or that I think that there could be a bit of procrastination from her side, a bit of like, I don't know if I want to do this. I will wait a bit, maybe, I think that there's something about Rosé that is very interesting, and I see it here. She probably is like, if the others are advancing in their careers, especially in their solo, maybe she's like, I will postpone my project so um, it doesn't coincide with the others. Like, I will let the others have their moments. I don't want to get in the way. She is like, so, I don't know what I want to say. Like, she sacrifices herself for the others. It's like, no, no, no. It's their moment. I will wait. If I have to wait, I will wait. Let them, because their project is more important, or they have other things to do. And I can wait. I can wait for my moment. And I think that this year, and thanks to the people around her, because this is something that I said back then, and I'm still holding on to this. I know Rosé is a very intelligent and independent person. She's very intelligent, but I think that there's a part of her that she tends to sacrifice her own success for others, or maybe she tends to diminish her accomplishments when she's like, no, 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 the other girls did it amazing. I just did great. Like trying to, like, no, 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 let the others have this, and actually not, not uh, you know valuing herself. Like, I think that she definitely needs people that can push her to the top, because if it was up to her, she would wait, and she would be left at the last place. um, she she needed to come out of these doubts. I would say there's something about her feeling like she's not good enough, or what she has to show is not that interesting. I don't know if this is like someone told her this and it's stuck in her mind, in her unconscious. But with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like darkness and doubts no more, ghosts no more. You need to advance in your career, move, and move now. Also, the Knight of Wands in the middle is like this could be another collaboration, or I don't think that is Bruno, it could be another artist, it could be someone else that is like already on the move, like working with her. Could be like a choreographer, because it's someone that moves, it's much more than a singer, it's like more proactive. Could it be like an actor or something like this? You know, someone that is like a fire sign, someone that is like sort of chasing her also. But it's like pushing her. I don't know why I feel like people this I said also when I read the King of Swords energy for Rosé, and then we were like, oh, you know, then we heard about Bruno Mars and we were like, oh, he was this King of Swords. But I remember I said this, that I sensed that he was pushing her. He was like, it has to be now. It cannot be delayed because I don't have time. I only can do it. I'm only available right now. And this person also feels like a very strong influence for her. Someone that is like, if we're going to collaborate, it has to be now. If we're going to release something new, it has to be now. So let's move, move, move. You know, and also probably is like a great partner for going out more, for doing fun things, for, you know, maybe going out to have drinks, to dance, to go wild. You know, the Night of Wands is very adventurous. It's very adventurous. It's giving me fire sign influence, you know, like someone that could be like a little devil, you know, and being on her side and tempt her to do wild things, you know. And with this, it's not going to be scandalous. It's more like activate her energy. Rosé's energy feels very, you know, very sweet, very rational. You know, she's very intelligent, but could be a bit detached. You know, in this person, it's like, you know, let's do things now. I don't know, let's go out, have fun, but also let's create together. Like, let's do things together. And also, let's be seen together. This could be like an influencer, maybe. I don't want to say an actor, but this could be like an influencer, someone that is used to being in front of the cameras, and it's like, let's do this, let's create content, let's give them something to talk about. I want to bring energy to your career. Could be a good friend also. Like I think that is very dynamic, and I think that Rosé needs this, needs this. I think that the people that really are pushing her, like I say pushing, but it's not in the sense that they are not being kind towards her, but I think that they are preventing her from going to the old ways. They are like, don't look back. You are, this is a new you, new level. So only to the future, eyes on the future, eyes on the prize. Like, don't stop now. You are a queen. You deserve it. But then, yeah, we have the Queen of Swords and we have the Five of Swords. So yeah, I think that, I mean, she still feels like, yeah, she's going to shine. She's going to have, you know, inspiration. She's going to be much more expressive, probably, you know, having her own moments of talking about how she feels, you know, having interviews, having exchange communication with people. And also, you know, maybe also setting the record straight about certain rumors about her, because the Five of Swords, it could leave that, unfortunately, at some point, because of her exposure and because of maybe her, you know, living life, um, and being much more spontaneous, maybe, you know, people will stop talking about her and her decisions or her friendships or who she hangs out with. So I sort of see that she will have to come out and clarify certain things. I think that maybe people will get a bit too far with the speculations about her life, and she will have to, she will have to clarify a few things. But she's not. She could be a bit annoyed by having to, clarify certain things or certain subjects. She could sound a bit on the defensive, but nevertheless, she's going to show up as the queen of swords that she is. So definitely, she will have the power of her voice. There's something about her communicating, having the power to say what she wants to say. It's just that she could be a bit annoyed or having a bit of a response that it could sound like she is done. I don't know if she's talking about certain things that she's like, I already told you guys about this. Why do you keep bringing this up? So it could be like, everything is fun and it's cool, but then at the end, she has to defend herself at the end. Or it's not about defending herself, but I think that she has to set the record straight about certain rumors, or maybe people just taking certain perceptions or imagination out of hand, people speculating too much about her, so she will have to defend herself because maybe if this is the night of once, I see him. This could be someone that could create a bit of interest because he's in the middle. So this could be someone that draws a lot of attention to themselves. So maybe people will start, speculating like, are you dating this person? I don't see, a love connection, but they are together. So, it's just that I think that they are together because they have a project in common. But maybe, people getting too interested in this person and being like, oh, you're dating. And her being like, I'm actually working. So, don't get confused. I'm working. Um, but yeah, when it comes to romance, we have the card of very soon. The card of the oracle says very soon, and it says very clearly decide what is it that you want, and it will come to you now. So there's something about, maybe, there's a connection of hers that she has been postponing her love life, I would say, or choosing someone in a specific. Maybe she is not sure about the person. Honestly, I don't see in the romance part of the reading, I don't see someone, but I do see her that maybe she has been interacting with a certain person and she has been in denial about that. Yeah, this is romantic. Like there's a person that is interested in you and maybe you were like, oh, I'm busy, or I don't have time to do this, or I don't have time to see you, or maybe treating this person as a friend, and this person, throwing a bit of um, information her way, a bit of some hints, and I think that very soon this person will be, I think that this person has to break all her boundaries because, I see her very, very much on the defensive. With the Four of Cups, it's like, yeah, I'm a bit bored. I'm not really that emotionally available. Also, the Nine of Wands is her actually feeling a bit overwhelmed, maybe a bit oppressed in her real life, in her maybe her career or her responsibilities. So she's like, I'm not in the mood for feeling romantic. It's like I cannot make this romantic, even though you are giving me your attention and it seems like it's going that way. I'm a bit on the defensive because I'm barely holding on. Like my life is very chaotic. It's very demanding at the moment. Probably 2025 is going to be very demanding. But I honestly think that she has her guards up. She's like, she knows this person probably is going to make a move or is going to um, tell her how they feel, and she will have to choose. But she plays dumb. She's like, not now. I don't have time. I'm busy. Yeah, thank you, but I cannot do this now. Um, at the end, I see the Six of Wands. So this person could actually be successful in their efforts to win her attention and her heart. But they will have to be persistent because also I see a lot of ones. So yeah, this person is more like about talking, more like about action. You have to be there for her, like be there. Even if she doesn't want you there, just show up, just in case. Do things for her because she is a bit absent. She is not that easy to, I would say, to conquer. But at the end, I have the Six of Wands, so there could be a victory in romance for her. I think that she slowly can drop the wands, but maybe, this can happen after she actually wins something or she has a victory of her own in her personal life or in her professional life. Maybe her after winning something important and maybe releasing the fears, the all the excess of um, energy that she has, or maybe all the responsibilities that she has been carrying. Maybe after that, she can finally breathe and just be in the mood for love after she receives this success. But yeah, no hesitation, no more. Even her love life is like calling her out. It's like, come on, pay attention. Postponing love is already. Yeah, she's like but it's because she's not. There's something about Rosé. Probably there's a part of her that she knows that she's not ready to love. Maybe she has pendant issues. Maybe the people that she knows, there's something about her not seeing them as partner material. So this person has to show up and do their best, like really show that you are a good catch, like impress her, like be the best, be a champion, impress her, be a gladiator, but impress her. Because when it comes to communication and everything, she's done talking to people. She's done like doing the communication thing. Like, oh, I will text you, you will text me, oh, you will call me. Okay, I will wait for you to call me. No, she's much more show me with actions because I'm bored here. I'm bored. I'm not connected. I'm not paying attention. So yeah, they have to do something. And they're going to do it this year. It's going to be very soon. So yeah, she's very kind. She, with that Libra Mars also Pisces, if she's a Pisces rising, she gives, this. This is why I can sort of see that she could attract someone that is very persistent, because I think that she's someone that she's not going to tell you to your face like, no, stop chasing me. She's like, she can keep you around, and she can actually be super nice to you. So you don't know if actually she likes you or if you are part of her people. Like she's like, if you want my attention, you have to try really hard to impress me because but I love it. I love it. I love that she has these people that are, are pushing her to the top. I love it because she deserves to put herself first. Like, she's a great artist. She deserves this. She deserves this. She has great people around her. She deserves this. Okay, I'm going to continue with BTS J-Hope, BTS Hobby for 2025. Let's see what he has. What is going on with these Aquarius idols and the moon card? I mean, in the love department, it looks good. Um, but for, I don't know, it's okay for hobby, the lovers, the sun card, the moon card in the middle, we have the three of swords, and we have the eight of swords. Then for the romance side of his life, we have this has to be the one. And he says, you already met this romantic partner that you found. It's like maybe someone that he knows or someone that he's with. It could potentially be the one for him. We have the card of the chariot, and we have the three of cups. So yeah, the chariot, three of cups is like go out more, adventure yourself more. Yeah, you could get caught up, while you are going out, but you have to go out and have more fun and go to events and probably taking this person, but you need to go out more. Um, yeah, it's very interesting for hobby. I think that hobby is a very complex individual because we have the lovers, that is decision, we have the sun, we have the moon. So it's like he is like the two sides of a coin. Or like he is so complex. He's so complex. He can be literally a sun, and then he has this. I don't want to say dark side, but it's like this deep and not so happy vibe. But with the lovers, I think that he already made his mind before he finished probably the service, the military service. He already made his mind about how he was going to deal with fame or exposure. Um, with the lovers, it's like he knows he has to be ambiguous. He knows he cannot be um, that he doesn't want people to guess who is he. There's something about him also maybe when it comes to his craft or his new work. There's a lot of mystery. There's a part of him that he will show up, he will smile to the cameras, he will do all the activities, he will be amazing. But at the same time, with the moon card in the middle, 2025 can be a year of a lot of confusion for hobby. A lot of confusion. Um, I think that he's a bit unsatisfied with. He could feel a bit unsatisfied with the Three of Swords and the Eight of Swords. He could feel a bit betrayed, I would say, a bit like, and this is not him feeling betrayed by the members, no, not at all. But there's this strong vibe of him not being satisfied with certain decisions that are going to be made, maybe for the group or maybe for himself. So he's deciding to be like, I don't know, I want to say like, I want to be like water. I want to be moody like water. Also, I want to be difficult, like not to the audience, of course, not to the fans, but this is a strategy of his. He's like, I used to be very optimistic, or I used to be very eager to participate in certain things. And this year, I decided that I don't want to do certain things. And you can think whatever. I don't care. So could it be that hobby is going to be a bit moody in 2025, or is going to be a bit much more, I don't want to say sentimental because I don't see feelings here, but I do see like a curtain. I know this is the moon card, but it's giving me high priestess vibe, mysterious vibe. Like I'm not confronting you, but at the same time, I'm making it difficult for you to get to me. So if you want to ask me to do something, I will hesitate, or I will tell you, yeah, I will give you my answer, and then probably I will disappear. Um, the moon card, it's also a card that is very sensitive, is very intuitive. So there's something about his energy going inwards and being like, there's some things that are coming for his career or maybe for BTS career that he's not happy about. He's not happy about this. He knows it's going, for him, it feels like a betrayal. For him, it feels like a betrayal, maybe for him or for the group or for the group's image. You know, like you creating certain laws or certain, I don't know, certain things that he feels it like, okay, so I cannot do anything if you don't give me permission. Um, in here, in these cards, I don't see leadership cards, but I do see from my perception, from my own intuition, is that this year Hobby is going to be very strategic because he's not going to be happy about future decisions that are going to be made in 2025. So he is going to be like the sun and the moon. He's going to be, one day he's going to be happy and smiling to the cameras because he is an entertainer and he knows his role and he knows what he has to do and he knows that fans are waiting for him. So he's like, I'm going to be a sun, a ray of light to the people that deserve to see this side of me. But to the others, wait that I'm going to confuse you all. I'm going to make it very difficult for you to understand what I'm doing this. And I feel it like it's part of a strategy because something changed. I don't know what is it. I don't know if it's some parts of the contract. I don't know. But he's like, this year I will not make important decisions. I will not make important moves because whatever I decide this year is not a good year for me. So whoever wants to take advantage of him, they are not going to get it. They are not going to get it. I think that there's something about Hobby being like, the best way to resist this is to stay still, not say anything. And also it's very interesting because we start with the lovers. So the lovers is also ambiguity. It's making a decision, but it's also standing in the middle. It's like, yeah, I know I have to make a decision. Yeah, I know this year is all about decisions, but I cannot see clearly. The sky is not clear. The conditions are not clear. So I'm not making a decision here. Because whatever I decide, it seems like it's not good for me. So, but he does have a strong sense of deception about whatever is happening. But with the Eight of Swords, there's something also in intelligence and awareness from him that he's like, I know there's nothing I can do about this today, this year. So I will just elude, I will be very elusive, like, yeah, I will let you know. Yeah, thank you. But very confusing, very confusing, very confusing. He's giving me vibes of like a swamp, when you enter into this atmosphere where you're like, I have no idea how to deal with this person. Who is this person? That's his strategy. You don't have access to him. You cannot know what he thinks. He's being confusing on purpose. But yeah, in the love, in the romantic part, with this must be the one, is very positive. Actually, when it comes to romance and connections, I do see him moving forward, going to different events, going to a lot of parties, going to a lot of meetings, just advancing in his social life in general. So, so him actually shining so much because of friendships, you know, just interacting as him as a man, him as a person, just going out, maybe meeting friends, just traveling. And I think that he's also thinking about someone in particular, and he's like, this person, I have to keep advancing with this person because this person seems to be the one. So yeah, I have to, probably he has to move because he has the chariot and the three of cups. So there's something maybe for him to get closer to this person or to see them more or to be much more with them. He has to go out more or he has to be there with them. So there's something about him being like, okay, I will go out more, I will expose myself more in order to see this person or to be with this person. Hmm. Yeah, we are all rooting for Hobby, definitely. We are all rooting for him. I think that he's opposing someone. I think that he's opposing someone. He's going to be a pain in the butt for someone. And there's a strategy in what he does. Because he's like, I cannot escape this because I have to be here. Like, decisions has been made. I gave my word and I said that I will be here this year. But things changed, and he's starting to notice because the lovers and the Sankar for me is like he started after he get out of the military. There's something about him being very hopeful and him being so happy to be out or so happy to see, okay, what is it next for me? Okay, I'm going to do these activities. Okay, I'm going to go here and do all this for me, and maybe reconnecting with the fans and just being happy, and him showing, his optimistic self. Also, him showing himself as he is and being praised for his brightness, for his um, talents also, for his ability to stand alone, because also the sun is like you shining alone. But then in the middle we have the moon. So it's like from him going from a period of a lot of excitement, and then something happens and he goes into the mood of the moon. So there's some things that are not clear about his career or maybe about certain decisions. And he's just trying to be, I would say he's not trying to please anyone, but at the same time, he's trying to just be a confusion for some people. And probably we will have to see how he manages himself to the media, what he says or what he shows. Because also could be that part of his speech, it could be a bit like, I'm not happy about this. Or maybe some silences and you've been like, he didn't mention this. Why he didn't talk about this? You know. Do you have the Lights Here tarot deck by chance? Yeah, I do have it. I don't have it now, here, but I do own it. Um, yeah, we need a BTS 2025 reading. I know. As soon as they're all out, I'm going to do it. Or at least 80% of the members. Like, we can do this when the Magna line is out. Um, yeah, and then we will do it because I know that Jungi is going to take a bit longer, but we can do it with, you know. Uh, but I think that is very interesting, because everything is information. So I think that if we collect, at least I can do that, maybe as a way of also reviewing my past readings, as as the members are starting to come back. I can review individual readings for them after they came back. The 2025 reading for Jin, the 2025 reading for Hobby, then the 2025 reading for Namjoon, and so on and so on. In order to see if there's like, like to grab their energies and then combine them all. Because of course they are different people, so they will all experience whatever they experience when they come back differently. Now, if we think about the group, maybe we can get like a more general, like, oh yeah, the group is going to do well, or the group is going to do amazing, because the group identity, just BTS, has like a huge energy and influence. But if we see the members individually, maybe their sentiment, is very peculiar, is very personal. Oh, nice. That's my favorite deck ever, but I never seen you use it. Yeah, I should actually bring it. Yeah, I should bring it. You're right about that. I should use it. I believe I did once or twice when I started doing live streams, but yeah, it was a long time ago. Yeah. Just that I have so many decks that, sometimes, and it's funny because I always go back to the same, that is the Rider White system. But I was telling people, it's because, for me, this Rider White original version, the colors, the everything is so, it gives me so much information that I'm a very visual person. But sometimes it depends on the author, and sometimes when they have like real people or some models or something like this on the tarot decks, I don't feel the connection. Like I'm like, am I reading a book? Like, am I reading a comic book? Or I get distracted. I try to do tarot with my Uno cards. It is gorgeous. Then it looks for me easy once see it. When I was 14 years old, I didn't have the possibility back then to possess a tarot deck, because it wasn't something that you would go to the library and would buy it. It was more on the occult side. So I would use playing cards. Yeah, just like you have Uno, we have Spanish cards here. And actually, it's very interesting because the Spanish cards are like they have like the minor arcanas. It's like the minor arcana only, except that they don't have the major arcanas. But you do have like I believe there are 40 cards, and they represent not 40, they have to be 50. But I used to I grabbed one of my dad's old deck playing cards, and I would write down the meanings, like whatever I found in a magazine, and I would write the meanings, and I would use them. And actually, it was very accurate. It was very accurate, very accurate, very accurate. Yeah, I know. June 13th. Yes, it's BTS anniversary, right? Yeah, I know. Mm. I bought my first deck and it is the yellow classic one, but I'm scared because it looks hard. Can you please give me some suggestions? I have to do a live stream actually talking about tarot reading suggestions. I believe I did one answering questions about tarot. It's in the live stream section. It's very old. I don't know if it's from 2022. Um, but some people were asking me about, I have to do that again. So you can guys leave me your questions about tarot. Um, for me, it's about probably not giving up because I also remember when I was able to buy my first tarot deck that I was very excited when I bought it, but then I didn't use it. Then I left it. I left it in my drawers. I left it for years in there. And maybe it's something exciting happened to me that I wanted an answer, I will grab it. But I wasn't building a connection or a relationship with the tarot. And that's very important. It's just that I think, I don't know, for me, I felt that it was something about me that I was so excited to get it. And when I finally got it, I didn't use it. Or maybe I didn't have the time, or I didn't have the motivation, or I don't know. I was, but I swear I bought it to use it, to read with it. But I don't know why. I just procrastinated as well. I just left it in there. Um, Nowadays, it's easier to connect with the tarot because there's a lot of people talking about the tarot and their own experiences. And you see me also shuffling and doing things online. So it's easier to be reminded that, oh, I do have a deck, but when I was young, it was still like something very secret. So maybe that's why, when it comes to symbolism, me leaving it inside a drawer, or inside a furniture, or just forgetting about it, it has to do with me silencing or leaving to a side this part of me that has to do with connect with my intuition. Probably wasn't the time for me to connect with the intuition. Like I had to focus on other responsibilities, or maybe I was in denial and I wanted to read, but at the same time it's like, oh no, not now. Probably it's about being young and having other things to do. But yeah, I remember the feeling of like you really wanted the deck and you actually left it in there for years. Um, and I think that the tarot is something that, at least for me, it has to do with, that's why I stopped buying tarot decks, because I think that for me to have them like in an exhibition here is I think that it's a pity. And also you need to connect with the tool. You need to touch it, you need to watch it, you need to observe it, you need to spend time with the tarot deck in order to create this connection. If you don't practice with it, if you don't are concise with this, for me it's important to touch it, to have it with me, to have it, um, because if I that's why I spend so much time shuffling, because it's like, okay, it's been a while since I used this one, so I touch it, I observe it, in what condition it is, um, but you have to give it time. You have to give it time because it's so personal. It's so personal. It has so much information that, even if you learn the meanings by memory, once they are in front of you, they will you will be like, whoa, what am I looking here? You can be a bit lost, also confused, like which one of these cards is more important. All of them are important, all of them. But don't for me, I find that I don't like spreads or certain, like, numbers, like, not numbers, like um it's not numbers, it's positions for cards. For me, I cannot do that. Like if you're like, I remember I had a lot of teachers that they were like, no, let's do this spread where you put here past, present, future, and this card will tell you this, and this card will tell you. For me, it's like I feel like it restricts me a bit. I'm a bit I need to move the cards of place. I need to, and also pulling a lot of cards. Also, I don't feel it. I don't feel the connection when I'm pulling so many cards and keep pulling cards and keep pulling cards and keep. It's like why? Like no, it's like yeah, I'm disorganized, but I'm organized at the same time. It's like why do you pull so many cards? Like the jumping cards, I can take you one, but I don't have to pull so many cards to read. But that's my system. That's my exercise. I know there's people that I have a great teacher of mine that is the kind of person that she will pull all the cards of the deck and she will talk to you about them. For me, not my style. Mm-hmm. You know, you can actually you can separate them. That's what I did. I separate them because I would also initially it was hard for me the major arcana. Like I knew I studied all of them a long time ago, so I know the keywords, what it means, but to integrate them in the reading is what is so complex, and they are so deep and they are so special. So if it's a lot, I would divide them a pile of minors and a pile of majors because yes, it's a lot. It's a lot. The person that tells you like, oh, I learned tarot like in 2 months or in 3 months, they're lying because for me it took me a lot of years to actually get to a place where I was like, okay, I can read. But if you ask me how I did it, I cannot remember. It's something that is yours. It's very personal. It's very. I know there's great teachers out there. For me, it feels personal. Um, it's so personal. I cannot. It's like a sort of channeling. You know what? That you enter a certain. You get hypnotized. I would say, and if you're like, okay, tell me the process, when did you start the reading and you start here and then you ended here. It's like for me it's like don't ask me to narrate the process of reading the cards because it's not like that. I don't have systems. I do them, I do them, and once I know when I stopped and when I stop talking, it's like okay, I'm done. I said what I wanted. I interpreted what I wanted to interpret, what I have available to say. That's it. Some things that I do say, especially in personal readings for people, for real people, for people that I know. I mean, um, sometimes I say things that it amazes me because I don't remember I say them. I'm not pendant on like, oh yeah, this is what I'm going to tell you in your reading. No, sometimes it comes up and then the person is like, oh, this that you said resonated with me and it stood with me what you said about this, but I cannot tell you like, oh, I saw this card and this card told me to tell you this. No, I just know it. Real people. I mean, idols are real people too, but I mean like people that I know. Hmm. Yeah, making the connections is tough. I swear that yes, it's not easy. It's not easy. But you need to choose two, one, um don't complicate yourself like trying to read it in a line because just separate them. These two, these two, these two. Yeah, I pulled too many cards to clarify something I don't get. That's my problem. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes when you try to clarify, it sort of messes with your intuition the most. I don't know why. For each question, how many cards should we choose? Like three or four? You can choose three. You can choose three. Maybe you can pull a fourth one, and that would be like the resolution of the whole reading. But with three, you would be okay. Sometimes this is another thing. Sometimes it happens to me. Sometimes I take cards that jump out because they jump, and sometimes I feel like, okay, I have to take them. But if I'm like, I don't need to clarify this, that also it's a way of interpretation. Sometimes refraining from pulling more cards is also a way to work with what you have. You already have them here. They are already displayed. They are looking at you. So, if you're like, okay, my reading consists of five cards. Five cards it is. But if you're like, oh, maybe I should pull a sixth one, and maybe I should do this, and that's, you will, it's like piling up excuses. You can read with the five cards that are on the table. You don't need more. You don't need more. Maybe you need to look closer and spend more time with the amount of cards that are on the table. Spend time with them. Do not get the rush of like, I already finished. I already said what the fifth card meant. But there's still more. If you look closely, there's more information. I guess first impression will always be right. Hesitancy creates confusion. Yeah, it's just that intuition and working intuition, like working with your intuition, is confusing. That's why you need the other person. That's why you need a client, or you need someone that is kind enough to be like, okay, I'm going to ask you a question. Okay, I will read for you. And you practice. Because if you don't have the feedback, that's why I always like learn from you guys, from the fans, because I don't know the idols. I don't know them. I don't claim I know them, of course. They're not asking me to do these readings, but okay, I do them for entertainment purposes. But I also value that the fans are like, oh, this happened, or this that you saw in here. I know that, and we're not here playing like, oh, because a fan told me, but whenever I get the feedback, I feel like there's a balance. I give this information out, and you're like, oh, this happened, or this didn't happen, and I'm like, oh, so it seems like the cycle closes. And I also understand. I understand my own processes as well, because I don't claim I know the truth, right? So yeah. So like going on a quest with the cars, yes. It's kind of scary often. Yeah, it's just that I had to, like, for all these years that I had this channel. First of all, because English is not my first language, so there's a lot of interpretations that maybe I could have said something different, and that also is sort of limits my not predictions, but maybe if I worded them differently, or if I said something differently, maybe it would have reached to another level of understanding. I know that there's people that don't understand what I'm talking about. They're like, what are you saying? It doesn't make any sense. What are you saying? Or maybe when I hesitate, not hesitate, but when I am like, okay, when I always say maybe or or they get annoyed because I repeat this so much. But um and it's a challenge. It's a challenge to read cards in English. It's a challenge. Maybe if it was speaking Spanish, I would have another intonation. I would have another way of communicating. I would be a bit much more straightforward in Spanish, like I am. I think that when I talk in English, I become much more like um, even like considerate. I would say when I deliver the message, it seems like I'm trying to, you know, to not only be respectful, because I'm always respectful when I read cards, but there's something about me being probably softer. And when I read it in Spanish, I'm more like, this is what I see. But also probably, like I said, because I read for people that are in my life, um, I have to be straightforward. I have to be straightforward. Um, and and it is maybe because of it's something cultural. We are very like yes, no, this is not okay, or this it sounds like it's not okay, or it seems like it's. But when it comes to celebrities or people that they don't really show the true self, so I have to always leave the door open, not be like like, oh, they are like this because they are like this, and they will behave like this, and they will continue this because it's not that definitive. They can change because their job is to change, to adapt, to say yes to things that they don't want to say yes to. So yeah, maybe I see like, oh yeah, for me this person is not okay, and then you see them like a couple days later smiling and just saying like, oh, I've recovered, I'm okay now, I recovered my happiness and I'm the best I ever been. And you've been like, oh, but Vanessa told me that they were going to go on a hiatus and just been reflecting about themselves, and then they show up. So yeah. Hola, Lari. You could do a Spanish night and pull cards in Spanish. I would only understand 15% and it would be fine. Yes, I'm with you on this one. So there's a big difference between communicating in other languages that are not our mother tongue. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of fans, actually, K-pop fans, especially on TikTok, that they are like, can you do this in Spanish? Can you do this in Spanish? But can you imagine, guys, to do the same reading in a Spanish version? My brain would break, I think. It would break. It has to be one or the other because it would break. And also, when I pull the cards for someone in a specific, um, once I pull the cards, the message is what I pulled, is what I just read. So if I do that again, it's like I'm canceling the one that I did before. So there's no way that I will get the same. This is why it's not possible. What I can do is have the spread and just take a moment and be like, okay, now I'm going to speak in Spanish and I'm going to say what I see in Spanish for the Spanish people, Spanish speaking people. And then I'm going to continue to explain it in English. That I could do, but oh my god, like no, my brain would be maybe not for the same person. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to continue because I don't want this mic to turn off because it's a whole struggle to. Okay, let's continue with the actor Sunghoon. The actor Sunghoon. I'm going to write here the. Wait. Let's see if I can put. I'm not putting the names of the prior readings, but the ones that I'm doing before now, from now on. I have pendant Sunghoon, the actor, Park Bo-young, the actress, and Hyde. Yes. Spanish is my second language. I'm in the middle of knowing it from being English speaking. I started at 6 year old by watch Dora the Explorer. The Explorer. Those words from the show has stuck with me ever since. Spanish is amazing. It's just that it's complex because um, we are from different countries, so we have different accents or different phrases, but there's a level, a neutral level where what you say you can communicate to different people, Latin people, and we get it. Okay, for the actor Sunghoon for 2025. Hmm. Is this actor okay? The cards are very. What's going on with the Aquarius people this year? What is going on? Three of Cups for the actor Sunghoon, Ten of Swords, Judgment in the middle. We have the Ace of Swords, and we have the Three of Swords. For the romantic part of his life, we have reconciliation. So I guess this is good. Someone from your past is coming to your life. If this is what he wants, it's okay. Five of Wands, Five of Pentacles. My God. Oof. Like, I don't know if this is his life in 2025 because it sounds a bit depressing, or I wonder if this is like a character that he's going to be playing. Because usually when I get these cards that are all very heavy about, feeling defeated and then, having a sort of like um, an awakening, I would say, it has to do with an acting role. The Three of Cups and the Ten of Swords. He probably finished a project also like not so long ago that actually was very meaningful for him because it seemed like they celebrated together or maybe they won something, but he was left exhausted. And in the middle, we have the Judgment card. So definitely 2025 is going to be a year of a lot of awakening for him. It seems like he's going through a change, maybe in his career, in his personal life. Um, but this man is so like mentally he's so nervous. He's so worried about, maybe he's worried about his career, his future projects. Um, or maybe his roles, they have to do with people that suffer a lot. It seems very challenging, very challenging. Like I think that he doesn't find like rest. Like what is going on? What is going on? More swords. Seven of swords. He was in so much trouble with huge debt and almost broke, but this year he bought a huge house, turning his fortunes around. Yeah, with the three of cups and the ten of swords, it could be like also the end, like him actually having like a reunion with some people and being able to finish, this feeling like he is on the ground and everyone is stepping on him. Like everyone is, there's a lot of swords. So I wonder like why people talk so bad about him. I think that it is going to continue. It's going to continue in 2025. He will have to run away from this. Like I see him very like deeply hurt by some things that are going to come up. Maybe some people talking or just saying something about him, but he just has to ignore them. Is 2025 is going to be a year where probably he will feel like he will have to lose something, or he will have to start all over, or he will have to, I think that this is all about, it's giving me that he wasn't around the very good people. Like there's something with the judgment, like somehow the cards being like, we told you so. Those people weren't your friends. Also, this is a very karmatic year. Like everything that he says could be used against him. So I would be careful if I was him, because if it's about the audience seems very sensitive towards him and his appearance or him showing up. Um, but yeah, again, a strategy. I think that this is very similar to what I've seen of Hobby, because BTS Hobby, because Hobby also got the free of source. So there's something about them, being disappointed, being heartbroken, just really couldn't believe all these things that are going on, or maybe news or people's opinions. But the only thing that he can do is be smart about this. Seven of Swords is like evade confrontation, evade giving people more information. Like just don't add more information. Just the cards here are not like, oh, you have to be silent, because actually I have the Ace of Swords. So it could be that he tries to communicate something that is important for him, a new beginning, a new project. And maybe people being like, we don't care. We are still judging you for what happened in the past. So why are the audience so harsh on him? This, I don't mean the people that are fans, of course. No, this is, I think that is everyone around him, and maybe, yeah, the internet. Just people being angry at him. And just like, it's not just being angry, it's more like, oh, now that you're down, I'm stepping on you harder. Like, I'm like stepping on you, like I'm happy that you're down, like Like I will take this opportunity to step on you harder, and people are so mean. And what is going on with this society also? Like I'm really concerned because I see all these swords here, and I'm like, wow, yeah, he really, with the Three of Cups and the Ten of Swords, I think that he will initiate the year thinking like, okay, the worst part is over. Like I'm trying to recover myself. But the judgment is like there could be an instance of him actually going back to some kind of criticism or just people. I think that he will be disappointed. I think that he wants to share something important in his life that he's going to be doing. And maybe the reception is not going to be positive because honestly, I see that he has to run. He has to run away from letting anyone know anything about his future. He has to remain a future, like a fugitive. I was going to say he has to remain a fugitive. But there's something about people just don't want to hear about you. So just don't give them information. Stop talking. Like, mm. Yeah, it's like people don't want to see him happy. They don't want to see him happy. The judgment is in the middle. So it's like this whole. It's so sad, guys. It's so sad because if you see all this for people that are learning about the tarot, if you see all the combinations of swords, for me it's like you know that the swords cut, the swords are sharp, so they are not easy to handle. You have to handle them with care. There's something about him just wanting to, at some point, wanting to, I don't know if it's doing like a press conference or just doing an interview. And like the Ace of Swords is like, I want to clarify this. I want to let you guys know that this is what is going on. I'm starting over with my career. I'm doing this for myself. These are very important moments for myself, crucial moments for me. And people don't care. People are like, we don't care about you, like we are going to keep criticizing you no matter what you say. So don't open. Like I think that the best is for him to just evade the public for a while, evade them, and just like, yeah, do your work. If he, I know he's an actor, so maybe, yeah, do your work, do your performances, then go home. Don't talk about it. If the project does well, great. But I think that people don't want to hear him talk. They are so angry at him. I don't know if it's envy or what, but it feels very heavy. Like, I want to destroy your happiness. Don't tell me that you're happy. Like, it's so sad. And this definitely, seeing all these swords in here is like being a victim of, the internet, aggression. Is like all these comments coming to you, and like you're like, but who are these people? Like, why are they so hostile to me? Maybe it's going viral or there's something about this. But yeah, the judgment in the middle also lets him know that probably he will start noticing that there's certain people that are not going to keep supporting him or showing up for him. So he also has to pay attention to this. Whatever relationship or connection breaks in this year is information. Like, don't try to repair connections or friendships with people that are turning their backs to you, because this is the real self. They are showing you who they really are. So, keep your eyes open. But yeah, when it comes to love life, we have the kind of reconciliation, an ex, someone that could come back. But honestly, I think that he could try to have this reconciliation. But the two fives, the Five of Wands and the Five of Pentacles, when it comes to self-esteem, when it comes to, stability when it comes to him feeling his best. He's honestly not going to be in the best mood to continue working on this bond or this new opportunity that he could have with someone of the past, like an ex. Unfortunately, he's going to have a lot of, maybe he also is going to have a lot of problems or a lot of trouble trying to reconcile with this person. Maybe thinking or going back to like, oh, this happened when you left me or when I left you, a lot of hardships or a lot of bad memories. Also could be a lot of aggression between themselves, them calling each other out and being like, oh, because you were awful to me and you didn't support me when I needed you. So I don't think that is a good idea, honestly, to come back with this person. I think that they could try. They could try because there's memories, because there's history, but honestly, I don't see. I see a lot of resentment, a lot of resentment, a lot of fights. Also, it's all about going back to what you did to me back then. So I don't see it like I don't think that it's good, but it could be someone from his past. Yeah, that sounds like it looks like he pissed off the Korean viewers. I swear, it's like it feels like a witch hunt, something like this. And I'm like, oh, because I actually like his acting, but they just grab him like it's not something about, oh, yeah, maybe he did something, but this is what I want to say. It's like, okay, yeah, he did something. Okay, you don't like this that you did. Okay, you find out what he did is not okay. Great, but don't keep like dragging him. It's too much. It's like too much. Like, what do they want to accomplish with this? It's too much attack, too much opinion about an actor. Yeah, okay, yeah, he did this, but wait, like, why are they so resentful towards him? Yeah, it feels like mobbing. Oh my God, poor guy, poor guy. It's just that he has to evade. The best way to go through this is just evade them. Don't look at them in the eye. Don't make eye contact. Don't don't face them. Just evade them. Evade them. Just disappear for a while. Go MIA for a while. Don't make it in the news, please. Don't. Oh my. Okay, I'm going to continue with the actress Park Bo Young. Park Bo Young. Park Bo Young. A lot of work, this woman. A lot of work. Probably like she's then the second half of the year she could actually rest a bit, because I think that she's now like maybe actively working, but then I see a bit of a rest for her. Even though she's so active, like I think that for her is so. Is she a workaholic? This is the first time that I read for her, and I don't know much. I don't even remember her face, so I could be wrong, but I don't know. This is the vibe that I get, that she is it's really hard to tell her, you need to take vacations. It's been a while since you took a rest, or since relax with family and friends. I think that she's definitely working and studying for something new, something that is going to appear very soon, We have the Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles for the actress Park Bo Young. We have the Four of Swords in the middle, the Knight of Wands, we have the Eight of Swords. And for her romantic life, we have religious factors. It says your sentimental life can be influenced by your religious education and your spiritual path. So religious factors. What is going on with Korean artists and religious factors? It always shows up. Wheel of Fortune and Ace of Cups, but it's not that bad actually. It could be something meaningful, like a change in her mind, a change and the opening of something new, a new connection. I love it. She's so sweet. She's so sweet. I think that she's ready for love. It's just that maybe she has like old perceptions or an old education that she's like, no, not that person, no, not that type. But actually the wheel is turning, the wheel of fortune is turning. It's like, for the Aquarius females, the wheel of fortune is like, change, adapt, change, let's move on, not the old ways. Let's go to the new ways. Let's start all over. I see that the girl's more open-minded and willing to flow with whatever shows up, and I like it. Um, she's so hardworking, such a perfectionist. I don't know what she's finishing, but it's very important. It's very important, and it's probably going to take the half of this year, 2025. But she's such a hardworking person. That's why I was like, is she a workaholic? Is she a workaholic? Because in the middle, I have the Four of Swords. So I'm like, you need to take a break. You need to take a break. Like, this is not, there's nothing wrong. Like, it's not like, oh, she has to because this. No. But I think that she needs to quiet her mind. The Four of Swords also is like, you know, if it's not broken, don't fix it. I think that maybe when it comes to her projects, maybe she does too much. This is why I was like, is she, or it gives me Virgo vibes. I don't know why, but I think that she's the kind of, probably the kind of, employee, or the kind of person that she does extra hours, or she does rehearsal more than others. There's something about her being like, oh, it's my fault. Okay, I will fix this. I will recover this. I will do this all over. And definitely she's amazing for the industry. Definitely, I see it. But the Four of Swords is like, quiet your mind. You had done the work. You done amazing. This year, you need to relax a bit. You need to relax. The Four of Swords is like, everything is fine. Everything is fine. You don't have to do extra things in order for others to like you. I think that she's the kind of person that she seems very, very nice, like, okay, I will do this for you. Do you want me to help you with this? I can rehearse this with you, or we can go through this all over and do this all over. And I think that she is amazing at this, but maybe, she's like doing a lot, and the Four of Swords is like, take a break, slow down. You're not fighting anyone. You are okay on your own. You done amazing. So I wonder if she is a bit anxious. Does anyone know if she has anxiety or something like that? Because I think that for her to sit still is a whole process. Definitely 2025 is an important year for her. She is putting all these efforts and all this hard work, because these projects are super important, are very important, and she knows this. But I think that she has to prioritize herself as well. I see her like she's very small, in energy, like she's like a small child that it's really hard for her to accept that you can go and take a nap, like you can go and take a break, and everything will be okay. Like, don't rush, Like it's okay. The nicer ones in the eight of swords. See, there's something about her just like maybe having a bit of a break, but I think that someone probably is going to show up. With the eight of swords, someone is going to show up and maybe ask her to collaborate in something or to do something with them, an activity, or maybe showing up in a kind of show or variety show. And she's like, I'm not sure about this, but I guess I have time and I can do it. So again, see, it's like, compromising to do certain things that maybe, it's not in her schedule. It's not something that she needs to do for her career, but it's like because she knows someone that needs the help, or maybe this is someone that needs famous people or famous faces. And she's like, okay, yeah, I will help you. I will help you. Why do I get I said Virgo, but why do I get Pisces vibes in this? In this, yeah. Three of Swords again, like today with the Three of Swords. It's like for me, it's like people pleasing. For me, she's a people's pleaser. She's like such a nice person that she cannot say no. And I think that there's a lot of maybe more proactive people that are in a hurry, people that they are like, we have to make the most of this, we have to make an amazing show, so they are in a hurry. And she's like, but I was about to go on vacation, and then this person shows up to interrupt her tranquility. So, but she doesn't know how to say no. So, yeah, it's a whole challenge for her. But yeah, I think that also, in the love part is very interesting. Religious factors. I don't know if she's religious, but it seems like her mentality is changing. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Cups, there's a change. There's an adaptability. There's a sort of hope for meeting someone new, someone that is not her type, or someone that she's like, we don't share the. Can you hear me? I I turn it on, but I don't know if it will go off again. I will have to change to the other one. So, can you hear me now? Because this turned off by itself, so I don't know if it's reliable. I think that it's about to. Okay. Yeah, so I think that definitely I see expansion for her in her love. I think that mindset, all mindset that she has about someone or about meeting someone, I think that she's going to allow herself to maybe go out more. I don't know if she's in a relationship or not. Maybe if you guys know her dating history. For me, I don't see any specific someone. So I could say that she's like, maybe she's something about like starting over, or she's thinking about, entering a connection or getting to know someone new, because I don't see a connection. But this could be like giving someone a chance, someone that is not her usual type. But I think that she's evolving. There's a part of her that she's changing, and that she's also probably starting to, in 2025, she's going to give much more protagonism to her heart and what she needs emotionally, because she's so devoted to her craft, to her job. She's definitely, I see her that she's very committed to whatever she does. So she's like so fixated on just being perfect, and you know always show up on time, just being perfect, being a great employee, being a great coworker, just helping each other out, just being so nice that maybe she also needs to allow love to enter her life, or more romance. There's something about her, you need to contact with your more romantic side, not so much like, oh, it's work, work, work. Or maybe she had, I don't know, relationships at work, or that it has to do with the place that she works or the people that she works with. I think that she needs to change that and sort of start dating someone that is not related to work. So you don't go back to your old ways. Ah, do you want me to book cars for her in Park Hyung-sik to see if there's something? Okay. Park Boyoung and Park Hyung-sik, the connection. She's the mature one out of all, out of both of them. Um, from her side, we have the King of Cups and the Three of Wands. From Park Hyun-sik, we have the Moon card and the Temperance. A lot of water, a lot of like, yeah, let it be, let's see how it goes. Like, yeah, like yes and no. Oh, yeah, black or white. It's like, I don't know what's going on with me. I don't know how I feel. And the Two of Wands. Honestly, you could see them a lot in the future, because I think that they are very proactive when it comes to their connection. They could be working a lot together, or actually being seen a lot together. There's a lot of like projects. Could it be that they have like a new show? Because the oral of their connection, we have the Two of Wands. So there's something about them not being over. Like you could actually see them in the future together. I don't think that is romantic. I think that it's more like we have projects in common. Like we are a great duo. We match. People really love to see us together. They have a lot of chemistry, and they are both doers. They are people that, yeah, let's go with me. Yeah, I have time. I will work with you. Yeah, call me. Um, Yeah, honestly, the King of Cups and Three of Wands for her. Um, I think that definitely she is, like emotionally, she's much more mature than him. There's something also about her that
she has a she's very imaginative. There's something about her picturing herself being with him or working with him or just letting the connection grow. She's not close to the idea of like, yeah, see you again or work with you again or just play your partner again or just it's like let's keep this rolling. Like I don't know if they actually like if they joke that oh yeah because we are husband and wife or something like this. I think that the in the future or there's something about her being like yeah I have the ability and I have the responsibility to give this a future. It's like if you ask her to work with him again and be his partner again, she will do it. She will do it because actually she feels very comfortable with him. She feels like she sort of can mold him to whatever she needs in order to be this very romantic um, romantic person. It's like with him she probably feels the connection and she's like yeah you are like my kind of person. With you I think that it's not about acting. I actually have fun playing your partner. So they are very playful together and she definitely like she's like I don't mind seeing you again or just like there's a cute vibe between them, very playful, just open. Maybe both of them are single and it's like, yeah, let's see each other. Um, but she's much more responsible, as the king of cups, she's like, yeah, I know, setting boundaries, like, yeah, we do this because we're working. But she probably loves him very much because the king of cups, he gives me love. It's like emotionally responsible also. Um, but yeah, from his side, the moon and the temperance. He's he's funny. He is the type of guy that he will ghost you and then he will make you feel guilty about it. Like he's such a water sign man that he just leaves you guessing. Like he is so changeable. There's something about his mood, his energy, just being from 0 to 100, then from 100 to 0. It's like you never know which end of the scale you are going to get. If you're going to get like hot and sexy or just, miserable and depressed. Like he's so confused. He's so confused about himself. Probably he's a bit of a jokester also. He likes to joke. It's like when you cannot take him seriously because every time you think that or you try to guess like okay what does he feel about me or what does he think about me, he's not thinking, he's just flowing, he's just vibing with every co-star that he gets, that every co-star that he has this ability to mesh with them, and to adapt to whatever the other part needs. It feels very watery, very confusing, like the cycles never fully close with him. He's not like, oh yeah, thank you so much. It was great. It was loving working with you. He's like, no, we should do this more often. And people should see us doing this. We should make this less. There's something about him probably, you know, creating his career also in base of leaving people maybe thinking about him like, oh, he's not over this person. He's still, hang up on that ex, on that person from the past, because he's so good at portraying that. He's so good at portraying that. It's like he comes and goes, he comes and goes. You never know. You never know with him. So yeah, he's nice. He's intelligent also. Like he knows how to handle his emotions. But yeah, like I wouldn't put my emotions in here. I wouldn't put my trust in this. But yeah, he's fun. He's someone that keeps you guessing. It's like he's funny. Yeah, the two of ones in the connection. I think that they will always have this connection. They will always be working, or they will always be seeing each other. This is not over. You're going to see them again together. Handsome but exhausting. Yeah, that's the correct term, Lily. Yes, handsome but exhausting. I love him too. Yeah, he's so. But I honestly, when I see the moon and when I see the temperance, especially when I think about an actor, I think that it makes sense that he's like this because you do have to be like this in order to portray, a character. You have to go with, whoever you have to work. Like sometimes you will have amazing chemistry and you will get along, and maybe there are moments when you're going to have to work with people that you actually don't like, and you have to pretend that you like them because it's your job, you know. Um, so you have to be like that. You have to be that changeable. You cannot, be grounded and stable because, you have to shift all the time, change paces, change paces. It must be exhausting to do that work. Yeah, yes, definitely. They're mentally resilient. Our mental health could never know. I don't know. I think we could never. Okay, I'm going to move on to the last one to hide. Let's see. To hide. Let's see for him for 2025. Oh my God. The Three of Swords today for these Aquarius artists. Oh my. Okay. Okay, Hyde. He is a mess. Oh, wait. He is very messy. Energetically. Oh man. Sorry, guys. Hmm. What is going on with Hyde? I know he is a complex person, but definitely the cards are like this. This seems like my bias. Utah loves Hyde, but definitely seeing all these cards, why do I feel like they have so many things in common? Okay, for Hyde in 2025, Three of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, the Devil in the middle, Three of Cups, and the Temperance. I mean, it starts heavy, but it finishes well. So I'm okay. I'm happy. I'm happy. For his romantic, he's been breaking his back touring nonstop. From his romantic side, we have from the Oracle. It says, keep being optimistic about your love life. So somehow the Oracle is like, don't give up. You can do well. It's funny because the oracle is like you can stay optimistic, be optimistic about your love life, and then we have the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Swords. Okay, it's not easy. It's not easy, and also in here we start with this, and I'm like, this is a relationship of his. I know that this part is 2025. um in general, not romance, but I think that this woman is here, and this Is he divorced or something like this? Did he break up with someone? Because I think that he comes from 2024 with this sort of heartache because of this woman. I don't know if they had a discussion or if I mean, it doesn't have to be romantic. This could be a very meaningful person for him. It could be a manager, a female manager, could be, I don't know, part of his band, you know, his attorney, someone like a female, a very influential one, of course, because the Queen of Pentacles is very important. This is why I'm like he's so heartbroken about losing her, or maybe they had an argument or they had something that he starts the year feeling a bit down about this. He's like, mm, I think that he maybe in connections, and when I say connections, I think that this is not about his personal life only. I think that probably when it comes to him doing business with other people, he had been a bit not that sociable and not that polite. I would say there's something about him just, maybe refusing to do ways in a way that is. I think that he does have people that really care for him, but he doesn't listen to them. He's giving me the perfect Aquarius man. He is like the type of guy that he's like, no, I'm going to live my life to the fullest and I'm going to create my own rules. Like, you're not going to tell me how I have to live my life. And I think that the devil in the middle, the devil in the middle also lets me know that he has some lessons to learn, that he needs to stop with certain compulsive behaviors of his. There's something about him, probably thinking that he can get away with a lot of things. But actually, the devil is like, no, you are in the wrong, not the other person, or not the other people that are trying to sort of guide you. He doesn't want to be normal. He wants to live a crazy lifestyle, and maybe, his body, his mind is like calling him out and it's like, you cannot be living like this anymore. Also, the devil lets me know that he probably likes to manipulate people to get what he wants. So there's this level of him being very difficult. He being very difficult. And also having certain attachments, like not being able to see what he did wrong. It's like, okay, I'm right and I'm right. I'm right. And if you don't agree with me, you're out. You're out of my life. So the devil also, it's a very powerful card that talks about that he has to let go of certain compulsive behaviors. And in this, also, when we think about compulsive behavior, we can think about, like, oh, it's alcohol, or is this, or I don't think that is substance. I think that is the lifestyle. Like I believe you said, Yashoda, something about, touring, going on tour non-stop. So there's something about him not letting go of working, or him refusing to stop. And in this lies the addiction. There's an attachment. There's an attachment of his that he doesn't want to let go of what his, I don't want to say his old life, but there's something about him having to face that he's not the same person. He cannot keep living the way he has been living. He has to let it go. And this is not about him, just not working and just disappearing, but he needs to slow down. He needs to slow down. And he probably has a very toxic attachment to maybe working, to maybe doing things, like he used to do them. And there's something about people in his life calling him out on this and being like, you need to stop. And him being like, no, you're all enemies. You're all against me because you don't want me to be happy. And it's not about that. It's more about that, time has passed. Let the future come. Just, embrace it. Give room to the new generation, or just invite them into your life. Give them room, advise them, guide them. But he needs to let go of control. He probably doesn't let go of certain routines because he's like, no, I have to do it. I have to do it. I know how to get things done. You guys don't know anything. I'm in charge. So he's getting a bit erratic, and this is why I think that he's holding on very tight to power or influence or what. He's like sort of like defying everyone and being like, no, I'm not going to change. I always do things like this, and it's my way, and I don't care what you think. So he is this 2025. He's going to get a bit, probably a lot of people are going to, um, be like, I don't want to see you, or but then, we have the three of cups, and we have the temperance. Why do I feel like this is like some kind of intervention from people that really love him? And they're like, you need to take care of yourself. Like, go and heal. Take your time and heal. Because actually it's very sweet, because this is a group of people that they really love him and they want to see him well. I don't see health issues. Honestly, I don't think that this is about a health issue, but is a dangerous, how can I say this? It's a very destructive mindset, of like, it's me against the others. Like, you guys are the enemies because you don't let me do what I want to do. So there's something about him being a bit, not flexible, not open to dialogue, probably offending some people, cutting connections, and, people turning their backs to him because they're like, we cannot see you. Like there's something that he cannot continue like this. He has to stop this compulsion. So I can sort of see probably, near the end, him somehow reconciling with his people, with his audience, maybe opening up to the people and being like, yeah, guys, I have been going through something. It doesn't have to be a sad story, but I think that he can still be this leader or this strong influence that he wants, but being part of a community, or guiding others, or be a teacher, or be, a coach to others, but not do everything by his own, like not do everything on his own, because it seems like he wants to be the one in control. He wants, and maybe there's something about like, you cannot do this alone. You need others. You need others. You don't have the energy. You don't have the energy. So he's just being stubborn. So, but the cards here are very beautiful. He definitely has a very loving community and people really love him. And this is not just the fans. It could be other artists also reaching out and being like, you want to keep touring? Okay, but you will go with us, or we will come with you, and we will do these songs with you, so we can cut, the involvement or the responsibility or the, the energy. We can assist you half and half, but not everything on his own. And yeah, when it comes to his love life, yeah, keep optimistic about your love life. It says positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Um, yeah, I think that he's honestly like, maybe he wants to start dating again. Could it be? I don't know his if he's married or not, I don't know. But I think that he's like, yeah, I could give it a try. But honestly, he has a lot of resistances, and maybe he has a heartache from the past, or he has been, relationships has been very not traumatic, but I think that he had been blamed for a lot of things. There's something about him being on the defensive, about being in a relationship. It's like being in a relationship is exhausting. They always blame me for everything. Like at first, I'm the angel, I'm the best. And then later they accuse me of things. So he is a bit like passive aggressive in that sense. Probably he's, like I said, he's not an easy person to deal with, but he is like, every time I'm in a relationship, they question me, or they cut my liberties, or they want to change me, and I'm not going to change. There's something about him fighting and refusing. It's like, stop it, I don't want to hear it, stop it, like, you're annoying me. So he has to, find, if he wants love, he has to be able to, receive maybe the other person's feedback, without thinking that this is a personal attack. That if the person is asking something of you, like a commitment, or you doing something for the relationship, it's not a personal attack. They are not attacking you, or they are not saying that you're not capable. It's just that maybe they need more of you and you are not available. It's like you are available for the good fun part of the connection, the honeymoon of the connection, but you don't want to face when there's challenges in the connections. You prefer to be like, oh, it wasn't me. I didn't do this. I don't know. Maybe it was your issue. I didn't have an issue before. He is complex, just like all the artists. Well, not all the artists, of course not, but maybe being famous and everything is just, messes with your mind. Is he in some money trouble that he just isn't able to get rest? No, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see money problem. I don't think that he lacks something. I just think that he lacks self-control. It's like when he wants something, he wants it to the fullest. And I think that this is that, like, he has a very a strong attachment to his career, to his legacy, even to he's like, no, 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 no one is going to represent me. I am the future. I'm still here, so I can still perform. I don't need people to do covers of my songs. I can sing them myself. I'm not dead. There's something about him just not wanting to pass the throne to other person, or the I don't know how it's called, the torch to someone. No, he doesn't. He's like, he probably did think about it in some point, like, oh, I should have an apprentice, or I should have someone that they could be, you know could be, but he's like, no, no one does it like me. I'm unique. And he's right, but maybe I see a woman that he's so worried about him. Could be a wife, or does he have a child? Like, does he have, like, not a child? I think that, does he have a daughter that could be my age or around my age? I know I'm 40, but that is grown up, like it's like in the late 20s. Could it be that he has a daughter? Because I see that, and I'm like, this is a daughter. This is someone that has like an emotional side, emotional attachment to him, but also that is worried about his legacy. She's like, you're not, yeah, you are doing okay, but what about you? Like, stop obsessing. You should delegate a bit, not get so involved. Ah, son, not a daughter, son. It gives me daughter, right? Not son. But yeah, he's very stubborn. He's the typical rock star. But yeah, I don't see like I said, I don't think that it's like about alcohol or something else. I see it more like an obsession with not stopping, not stopping. He has a compulsive need to keep going, keep going, keep going. Mm. Yeah, also, yeah, could be the wife as well. I think that it's very interesting the dynamic with the wife because I feel it like I feel her very far away from him, but at the same time she's still around. It's not it's weird. I don't know how to say this. I don't think that they're together, but they're together. It's weird. It's weird. It's like she's an essential part of his life. This is why I was like, is she like his manager or his attorney, something like that? Does he manage his career? But at the same time, it's like she's not with him anymore, or it's just weird. It's just weird. And then when I saw the part of the romance, there's something. This is why she comes with the Three of Swords because there's something about him maybe thinking about going back to her because I'm sure he had other relationships, but he's like, I'm still optimistic about the two of us. But he doesn't recognize this to her face. So it's this weird, twisted dynamic of like, I'm not with you, but you're gonna be with someone else. Something like this. It's just so weird. It's just so weird. But yeah, he has a strong character. He has a strong character and he knows how to get what he wants. So yeah, he's a complex person, and probably the older he gets, the more difficult is to get him to agree to something. He's always going to want to get what he wants. It's like what I want, my desire. Mm, mm. It's a good dynamic. Is it's strange, but there's a part of him that he's like, we could still work this out. Yes, it's complex because um, he's not a bad person. He's not a bad person, but he's a control freak. He's someone that he has his ways, and it has to be like this. So he gives me very Plutonian energy. Like I know he's not a Scorpio, but he's give me a strong Scorpio energy. Like this is mine, like the Lord of the Rings, my precious, something like that. Like an obsession, obsession. Okay, guys, I'm going to go. I have to go and feed my cats, and you guys have to. I don't know, it's late in some parts of the world, and I appreciate that you're here with me. And you also have to enjoy your weekend. Please go out. I know probably around certain areas it's winter. I know it's cold, so take care of yourself, but enjoy the weekend. And thank you so much, guys, for being here today with me. And yes, if everything goes well, probably on Wednesday, I will try to do the live stream at 2 p.m. my time. I usually do it like at 3 or 4. I will try to do it at 2 p.m. to evade the electricity cut if I can. So yeah, I will create the link of the live stream on Wednesday that we do the romantic readings. So if you guys have still, pendant recommendations for 2025 for romantic readings, for I don't know if I was like, what do you prefer, guys? Romantic romance in 2025, or do you want what type of partner would they attract? Okay, I will also ask a poll about that. I will create a poll so you guys can decide what style of reading you want. Of course, it's going to be romantic. So yeah, we're going to do that. But yeah, I still have the romance post, so you can leave in there new recommendations as well. I always review the old one just to see if I left someone out or to put in the list. So yeah, let's see how we do on Wednesday, and I hope we can we can see each other. We can do the live stream. So thank you so much, guys. I'll see you on Wednesday.